Hello guys, how are we doing? I may have found it, guys. I may have found the solution to our problems. With our items getting nerfed to the floor, Kha'Zix getting nerfed in the latest patch, and the meta being about filthy bruises mashing their keyboard, we've got a lot going against us in the current meta. And don't worry, I'm perfectly aware of all the tier lists still being like, yeah, Kha'Zix is an S tier jungler for solo queue. Yeah, he's pretty OP. And you know what? They're right. He is. And he always will be S tier because he is the king of noob stomping. Everyone makes mistakes in solo queue, and Kha'Zix's ability to punish that is immaculate. So of course he's going to be S tier jungler basically every patch. But that doesn't mean that he's good in the meta. He still greatly struggles into bruiser heavy CC comps that can lock you down and tank your damage. And the fact that his win rate is so high is really just because he's such a potent solo queue noob stomper. Now, that being said, how do we carry those unwinnable games against the meta? What is the solution when the lethality and the damage is just not enough? Well, I'd like to present to you my new solution. Ravenous Hydra, yes. Why? Well, let me explain. Ravenous Hydra has a massive 65 AD and an incredible 15 ability haste. It also has 12% lifesteal, which also applies to its Hydra active, meaning you actually have an incredible amount of sustain on the map with this item. The high haste and sustain on this item makes it objectively better than Profane Hydra in terms of gaining leads on Kha'Zix through farming and pushing waves. So long as you have Ravenous Hydra and something to hit, you will be able to stay on the map for longer, accumulate more gold and experience, and thus snowball way harder and secure those difficult to win games. We pair this with a specific rune setup. Dark Harvest for the burst capabilities, paired with your typical domination runes. And the key thing here is Inspiration second. Magical footwear to save us from buying boots, and Jack of all trades to give us a bump in ability haste and a bit of AD as well. Because we're running Ravenous Hydra, we'll be able to gain more stacks of Jack of all trades early on because of the unique lifesteal stat. This results in a super well balanced build that can pretty much do everything and also has really good ability haste. I like to test builds before I show them to you guys, and I promise it is super good. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more juicy Kha'Zix content. And also, I'd appreciate your support if you could drop a like on the video. It means a lot to help my channel. Thank you guys. But without further ado, let's get into this game with my new Kha'Zix build utilizing Ravenous Hydra. Alright guys, I'm going to play the early game for you. I'm not going to talk over it because it was an absolute clown fiesta. So enjoy it, and then we'll get into the commentary. Alright guys, you saw that. I don't want to talk about it. The early game was so bad, and I honestly was thinking about not uploading it because of it, but hey, we'll just go with that. Alright, so we're 8 minutes in. I'm going to find this Vel'Koz here in isolation. Kind of getting blocked by the blue buff here, but we are going to be able to take him down. And now we can finally play the game, okay? I'm sorry for that absolutely awful showing in the early game. I was just waking up and I had to warm up, and obviously you can see I was just not in it. I made so many misplays, it's insane. But yeah, alright, let's talk about the build. So I'm actually at level 6 here, and we're going to evolve Q. The build for the runes, pretty drastic change in my runes. So we're running Dark Harvest, Treasure Hunter, and the key here is the magical footwear and the what do you call it? The Jack of all trades, right? So each different stat on your items gives you 1 haste, and once you hit 5 haste, or like 5 stacks, you get I think it's 5 adaptive force. Yeah, you get adaptive force, and then you get more adaptive force once you reach 10 stacks. we're not really playing for the 10 stacks. We're really just running this rune to acquire some haste for our bug boy. Now, I'm going to look for a gank here. It looks pretty damn good. We're going to E, Tiamat, auto Q. We're going to try get a kill, but we don't. That's unfortunate, but it goes over to Ashe. You know, we'll take that. That's pretty good. And our first item is going to be Hydra. Now, I will say this, since I played this game, I have made some revisions. There's not really too much of a reason to run the Hydra first item. So I will say, like, if you're wanting to try this build the Hydra second. And the thing is, like, it's not Profane Hydra, right? It's Ravenous Hydra. You might be wondering, what the fuck? Why? Why are we running Ravenous Hydra? Well, this, I mean, I might have explained it in the intro, but yeah, the stats are just incredible. 65 AD, 15 haste is really fantastic. And the active with the lifesteal is actually really, really good. It's a source of healing for you. And that is incredible, man. Like, being able to sustain on the map, not having to recall because you're too low on health to do anything, that's incredible. It actually is. I after testing it, truly, really, really good stuff. And I've never found myself lacking in damage because I'm not running Profane or anything. Like, we still have a very respectable amount of damage. Another thing with the Ravenous Hydra is the lifesteal will count towards a stack of Jack of all trades. So we're actually building up some more ability haste on top of the 15 haste that we get from Ravenous Hydra. So we're getting a very good chunk of ability haste with this setup, and a lot of attack damage too. So on paper, it was just like, oh man, this sounds so damn good. I gotta try it out. And I'm very, very satisfied with how it has turned out. I do think that you should probably just rush the Yumus first in a lot of your games. Like, I don't see much of a reason to just rush the Hydra because you want to be using that Yumus early to actually get kills and get your lead. So definitely leave the Ravenous Hydra to second, but you know, there's no denying that it actually feels fantastic to use. Anyway, we're going to look topside with Jace over here. Gonna hold our leap in case he does any fancy shit and tries to flash away, but we're going to slam him into the ground like he did with... I'm sorry, that's a spoiler. Oh my god, sudden spoiler. My apologies. I might just cut that out. But yeah, we're gonna destroy him, pick up the Hydra, and then we're gonna pick up double longsword. And the great thing about this build is that we don't have to build boots, so that is very important. Because Ravenous Hydra is pretty expensive. It's 3,300 gold. So it's not a cheap item to buy, but once you get it, you're going to have a hell of a time with it. It's going to be fantastic. And the reason I was like trying this, I wanted to try this out was because, well, you know, I feel like we've been significantly nerfed with a lot of things in this meta. And I wanted to give it a try. This looks pretty good. Nice hook from the Nautilus. And we're going to pick up a 4th kill of the game. After that atrocious early game, we're finally coming back into it, and it's going to be a very juicy game going forward. You know, we have got the Hydra now, so we can start clearing pretty quickly, and we're always going to stay healthy so long as we have stuff to hit, right? Because we have the lifesteal. So yeah, this actually feels pretty akin to the old Ravenous Hunter style car. I don't know if you guys remember that rune, but you know, you would heal on abilities. This kind of accomplishes sort of the same thing. Obviously, you don't heal on abilities, you heal on your auto attacks and the Ravenous active, but you know, it kind of has that fantastic benefit of letting you stay on the map and accumulating massive amounts of gold. And that's why I really, really love this build. The snowball potential of it is insane. This is bad. Yeah. You're gonna see me make a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's just how it is. Like, it was a very sort of limit test sort of game. And also I just played horribly, but you know, I think this is still a fantastic build showcase, because you know, the damage is there. You know, all the components of the build are working in harmony, and it's just, you know, I need you to see this, guys. I need you to see this. Don't mind my horrible decision making there. Obviously, I should not jump on the Velcros there because I don't have vision. You know, and it turns out Poppy was right there. I should have just like immediately died, but you know, the Poppy gave me a few seconds to reconsider my actions. I didn't take it because I was I was just greedy, but yeah. Alright, we're going to head back up top side of the map. We're going to start building into Yuma's Ghostblade. You can see now that because we have the magical footwear and the Ravenous Hydra, we're on 6 stacks of Jack of all trades. In the bottom left, by the way, I don't know, some people still forget that my runes are displayed on the screen on my HUD. So if you're wondering what runes I'm running, they're right there, bro. Yeah, so 6 stacks of Jack of all trades. This is giving me attack damage as well now because we hit the 5 stack threshold. So we currently have about like 20 haste. This looks pretty good. I misplayed though. I cancelled my auto attack. I know, like, just a lot of misplays here. We had our ult as well, so we could have probably killed this guy. But yeah, we're just not respecting his abilities, not dodging the CC. We need to be doing that, right? It's fine though. It's fine. Yeah, like I said, Jack of all trades. Yeah, the reason I wanted to run this was because I wanted to. I mean, I was kind of like experimenting, right? I wanted to give Ravenous a try because I knew how insane the snowball potential was, but I also wanted haste from my runes. So this was kind of the only option because I wanted to pair it with the boots so that I could kind of save some gold, not have to build into boots every game. But yeah, this looks fantastic. Managed to get a kill on the Vel'Koz. No isolation, right? But it's totally fine. And then I flash on the Caitlyn for a double kill. You can see that we are just not lacking in damage at all. And we have 11 stacks of Dark Harvest, so it's going to be dealing a, like, not an amazing amount of damage, but a reasonable amount of damage as well. So very, very good stuff. We're going to be able to pick up a double kill and start snowballing from there. And the great thing about this is, well, as you can see right here, because of the Hydra, I'm just healing back up to full HP as I do my camps. So even though I was dropped really, really low from that, I'm full HP once again. It's actually incredible. I won't lie. It's the more I play with that, the more I'm like, wow, I can get so much value just because I can stay on the map. I'm gonna evolve my wings because QE is the best. Giga Chad evolution order. Massive chain CC onto the JC. We're gonna E Ravenous Q auto attack. I think that's it. Pop tries to flash on the Nautilus, but a massive hook interrupts her there. I'm going to jump on her, get the kill, try reset, jump out, but it's not going to be enough. We take too much damage. Keep in mind, this is when... this is like during the nerfs where we got our armor reduced, but my team is going to follow up and clean house here, and we get an ace. Fantastic stuff. We're also going to be able to get Dragon here, which is really, really good. And we get our Yumu's Ghostblade. So, yeah. This two item combination, incredible, right? Because the extra move speed is going to let you run around the map really, really quickly. The new Yumus is fantastic for Kha'Zix. Lots of move speed. Pair that with magical footwear. We're just so fast. We're just so damn fast. Don't need Relentless Hunter or anything. And we're going to run around the map with our Ravenous Hydra, sorry. And then we're going to just like clear the entire map, get so much golden experience, and then that's how we snowball. The theory behind this build is immaculate, in my opinion. It's just such a well-functioning build, and it works so well for letting Kha'Zix get that, you know, massive lead that he needs to, you know, decisively carry games. I've been sort of missing that in my games, where it's like, oh, okay, you know, every build is okay, but it's just not enough. It's not enough to secure the win in a lot of scenarios. Like the full lethality builds, I'm really just not a fan of because they don't have enough utility, not enough haste, etc. I'm gonna jump on the Vel'Koz here. I'm gonna immediately Void Assault after I jump in because I'm worried about his E, and we managed to secure him very comfortably. And then we're gonna E reset out as the Aurora comes to try and stop us. And then we burn our ult. My team wants to fight here. I am looking just to see if I am needed, but it looks totally fine. The Katarina is absolutely just steamrolling them, going crazy. What was a rough early game is now, you know, a pretty even game now. And because I have no ults, I'm like, okay, well, not much I really can do in that situation. But I did stick around just in case. But my real focus here is doing this, which is the whole sort of... This is where the build comes together, right? It's taking your camps when you have the time, and then going into these empty lanes and taking all of the golden experience that you can. And all of a sudden, we're level 13, highest level in the game. Fantastic stuff. This is where we want to be. And this might be the sort of similar playstyle that you saw if you watched my my Hail of Blades videos where I was playing Hail of Blades, and I'm like, you know, I'm using Profane Hydra and Numas to run around the map and, you know, take all the golden XP, and then I go into the fights and one-shot people. That's how this build sort of works. I'm going to get collapsed on my Poppy here, so I'm going to play with my Void Assault and just focus on getting out. But then the Katarina teleports, and this looks really, really good. She's going to engage here. Gets the Jace mighty low, but of course, this is just a terrible game mechanically by me. I misplay my jump, and he's going to run the fuck away. Just narrowly getting away, but a massive Ashe ult is going to help us continue this chase. My E is up, so I'm going to be able to look for something here. We're going to find the Poppy, get the kill. And yeah, just awful play by me. Just absolutely awful. But it does work out because we did focus on just staying alive there. Not getting baited by the Poppy into like trying to fight that shit. Really big overextend by the Poppy. And it's going to pay off for us big time. And now we can just continue to take the shit on the map. I could take her wolves here, but it's like, you know, I see an empty wave topside, and I have topside camps to take, so I wanted to recall ASAP and, you know, start buying. And now I go topside with my Cerulda's Grudge, which is going to give me I think it gives me 1 stack of Jack of all trades with the armor penetration. Yeah, I think it does. So now we're on 8 stacks. And I also built a cloth armor for my defensive boots because we kind of just say, you know, fuck the Lucid boots in this build. We're going to have a little bit more defense. I try to go for the red buff, but it turns out Poppy's already on it. I'm going to make sure I don't get slammed into the wall, but it turns out she's already used it. And I'm going to just cleave her down with my isolated Qs very, very comfortably. You can see that we are hitting hard with our Jack of all trades build with Ravenous Hydra. I mean, you can see very clearly we are not lacking in damage by any means. And any damage that we do take during a fight, we can just heal up with the Hydra. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's actually just... It's just beautiful, man. Like, I don't know what to say. Oh, this could have been a Baron angle, actually. We just killed the jungler, and our entire team is up. We could have definitely done the Baron here, I believe. But this is a missed opportunity from me. Oh well. The great thing is that you don't need to worry about taking too much damage on the objectives, you know. As a Kha'Zix with this Hydra, you can now tank objectives pretty comfortably because of the lifesteal. But yeah, fight is going to break out here. Norther's trying to go on the Jace. I'm going to run over immediately once I see that I'm needed. We're going to E, Hydra, Q, obliterate him, reset, jump on Vel'Koz, back off. Don't want to overextend because the Poppy's there and the Aurora. Nice hook. Aurora going to flash out. I'm going to flash Hydra over the wall, get the reset. Poppy gonna try slamming into the wall, jump over her before she gets a chance to. Unfortunately, I just get ordered to death, and I die, which is unfortunate. It is what it is. You know, Mrs. Assassin, you know, ranged assassin is gonna like 3-hit me, but it is what it is. That's okay. Katarina's here to get the double kill. Very good stuff. Yeah, as you can see, we are not lacking in damage whatsoever. I mean, I was kind of just cleaning up there, but it is, you know, everything in this build is, you know, well balanced and well thought out, right? We've got the Hydra, and our next item is going to be Edge of Night. So yeah, it's not really too different a build. It's just that you're replacing Profane with her Ravenous Hydra. God, it's so I'm so conditioned to saying Profane for Hydra all the time, but no, this is the Ravenous Hydra. But yeah, the Edge of Night is going to be giving us another Jack of all trades stack. The health is going to, well, keep us healthy and give us that tiny bit of ability haste as well. Give us 9 stacks, and then for our last item, we can complete the Jack of all trades power spike and you know have that. I want to engage here, but you know it's Poppy, so we have to be extremely careful. A Kha'Zix into Poppy is, you know, it's very, very dangerous. You have to be very careful that she doesn't have her W up or her E when you go in, because otherwise she'll just slam you into the wall and there's not much you can do from there. So especially now, because we got nerfed, we are much squishier now. Although we're running plated steel caps to help, you know, to help help us have that bit of survivability. You know, we are still extremely squishy, and we need to be very, very careful. But yeah, alright, so we're gonna continue to clear our camps here. We are pathing up to the top side because the Baron is up, but really our focus is just to hit camps. That's all we need to do here. We're just gonna hit the camps because we are close to level 16, and once we hit 16, like, nothing they can do really. There's just not much they can do at all when we hit that power spike, and we're just gonna take over the game when we do. I want to take the top wave here. This is what I should be doing. You can see Cat is wasting so much time just sort of dancing in the jungle, and in the meantime the minions topside are dying. So this is a mistake by both of us. I should go topside and take this wave, but now because of that, like, an entire wave dies topside, and you know, we're missing out on valuable golden experience here. And I finally decided to do it because Kat has decided she's not going to do it, and then she pings, and I'm like, well, you're a little too late for that, mate. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this myself, and we get the level 16 off that. Incredible stuff. And she wants to push it now, so I'm not gonna be a dickhead, right? We're not gonna just hard, steal waves away from our laners. We only take the waves that are free and vacant, unless our team is just completely worthless. Then we're going to we're not gonna bother with them, right? The fight is gonna break out here. I'm gonna walk down to see if I am needed. There's not really much I can do here. I could just continue splitting top, and that way we could further our lead even more, but these guys want to engage, and I'm in a fantastic position with my R Evolve. Gonna Yumu's from the bush, find the Jace, completely destroy him in isolation. We're going to reset onto the Vel'Koz. I'm not going to use my leap because the Poppy is nearby, but that's fine. I'm going to double jump onto the Caitlyn, but I get assassinated. Oh man, this is why you don't double jump, bro. This is why you do not double jump. It's just not good. I mean, if I had my Void Assault there still, then I would have been okay, but just a bit, it's just a little bit, she's just a little bit too far away in that situation for me to warrant doing that. So unlucky, but you miss all the shots you don't take, right? So that's fine. My team is going to push into the base. We're gonna get 2 towers here. Very, very good. And then for the last item, I'm contemplating what to buy, right? Because you can technically just go anything here, depending on what you need. But I want to go the Trinity Force, something with attack speed, because that is going to finish the Jack of all trades. And just by buying that dagger there, that is going to give me 10 stacks, and that's going to give me adaptive force. So it's pretty damn solid to do. I mean, I don't want to really sit on the dagger for the entirety of my last item, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Once we get that Triforce, we are like super fucking powerful. The Triforce Sheen passive still does so much damage. My team actually ends up overextending, and I find a chance to go on the Caitlyn here. We're going to be able to shut her down. You can see we have absolutely no issues with assassinating. The Hydra still does a shitload of damage. You gotta remember, it's 65 AD, right? Compared to Profane's 60 AD. So even though it doesn't have lethality, we still completely, we're still gonna have so much damage, because Kha'Zix, his main damage actually comes from bonus AD. So long as you have a little bit of lethality, you're okay. Which is why I'm still building the Yumu's and the Edge of Night, right? We're not just going fucking, Mongo Bongo, like, no lethality, Hydra, like some random build, right? This is a very thought out, balanced build that still gives Kha'Zix everything he needs, and also, gives you a lot of fantastic defensive capabilities with the lifesteal and the health and the, defensive boots. And yeah, it's just so amazing, man. Like, I don't know. I ran Jack of all trades as a meme a while ago. We do get the dragon here, by the way. I ran it as sort of like a experimental build a while ago, and it just wasn't hitting the way it should. But now, with things, with the meta having been changed, our assassin items getting pretty much destroyed, Kha'Zix getting nerfed, like, this was the obvious solution to me. I don't know, everything just sort of aligned, and it gives Kha'Zix just everything he needs to, like, hard carry a game. Obviously the early game was just horrible. Can you imagine if we had a good early game, right? Like, if we had a good early game, we would already be level 18. Do you know how insane that is? Like, what? Like, come on, man. That is just wild to me. But yeah, this is the build. This is the kind of build I was searching for. A build that can do everything, you know, and reliably hard carry games. I'm going to head down bot side here and try to push the wave up, but turns out Jace is splitting here, so this is pretty much a free kill. Even if I don't have isolation, I would kill him here. He can't do anything to me because I have Edge of Night, play steel caps, and I'm going to just profane, not profane, I gotta start saying Ravenous, or yeah, just say Hydra. Hydra, Q, auto attack, and he's basically dead. In the meantime, my team is pushing up here in the top side. They did lose the Nautilus, so I'm not really sure what's happening here, but it's not even my concern. I'm just going to keep pushing here because that is my job, and I couldn't even make it up topside, you know, in time anyway. So the right decision here is to just keep farming and work towards that Triforce, which is going to give me an enormous power spike. So keep splitting. We're going to ping our team back because obviously they are overextending and they need to leave. They're looking mighty low. Enemy team is still trying to you know, do stuff there. Could I get the bot side inhibitor here? Maybe. I think I probably could have, but I actually want to make sure I recall here because I have the Triforce and I want to get back onto the map because these guys themselves are just overextending hard, so I might be able to get a nice pick here. Plus Baron is up, so I want to be up here with the, you know, with my full build, you know, actively trying to make a difference here. Now, this looks mighty juicy. It looks like a double jump opportunity, but I just completely bushed in my combo. It's fine. We're going to kill the Poppy, reset EQ onto the Vel'Koz. Jace's going to try and do something, but he just can't do anything because I take no fucking damage. Isn't that funny? My build is enough to survive a lot of burst. We're going to E Profane, E Hydro, you fucking kill the Jace, reset onto the Aurora, double jump for no fucking reason. Caitlyn's going to one-shot me. I want to try going this Kate with the Nautilus, but she flashes the hook, and then she hits me twice, and I die. Unfortunate, some things just won't save you from the absolutely ridiculous 80 carries in this game, but, you know, fair play to her. She dodged the hook somehow there. Yeah. As you can see, this build, I'm very safe against burst, right? We have a lot of things playing a lot of things in this build that really help with surviving, you know, those, you know, heavy burst type champions like Jace, etc. You know, those bruises that just one-shot you, right? Very, very good setup into those. Got the plated steel caps, Edge of Night for the health, and the spell shield is just like fantastic here when you pair it with the health. And also, if you want to fight extended, you can, sort of, because the Hydra, do not underestimate the heal on the Hydra, right? So the Baron is up. We are asking for vision around that area because that's all we really want to play for now. We are full build with the elixir, so anyone in isolation is just going to get blown up. And this is the sort of game state we strive for, right? We strive for this full build, full item sort of situation where we're miles ahead of the enemy team and we can one-shot anyone at will. I'm going to decide to just start the Baron because we saw the Poppy bot side and we can burst this down in time. So we're going to be able to take this for free. The Ashe is going to shred this down with me, and just like that, Baron secured. We are going to look for a fight now. Really nice Ashe and Nautilus ults. Fight is going to break out here. Gotta watch the CC though, gotta be extremely careful. As soon as I see Poppy going here, I jump on the Aurora in isolation, kill her. We're gonna start cleaving down the Poppy, play front to back, no need to dive into the back lane. We're gonna kill the Poppy, reset. We gotta be mindful of the Caitlyn, right? Yep, good decision. We don't jump in there. We're half health. We used all our cooldowns, and we are just going to go ahead and take the dragon there. No need to commit onto that fight. You know, because if we jump in there, we kind of just die, unless the Nautilus CCs for us, but, you know, it didn't happen there. In the meantime, well, I don't know what's going on here, but a fight is breaking out. Nautilus is going to go down, but the Jace is going to go down too. Scion being pretty much unkillable. We're going to Irewolf here, and boom, there is the Hydra damage with the Dark Harvest. 31 stacks of DH, 3600 damage on DH. Oh my god. And there we go with the Jack of all trades build. Say goodbye, Velcos. The Sheen proc with the Hydra. Immense damage. We're going to try and end the game now. Obviously, got to be very careful with Poppy here. Still can't jump, holding it completely. Jump out of the way of the Poppy. And that is going to be the game, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Give this build a try. It's fantastic, man. Fantastic, man. Oh my god, goodbye, Aurora. Give this a try, guys. It's amazing. Ravenous Hydra. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.